Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Valhalla Hour. Today, we pause in solemn remembrance of the innocent lives taken during the tragic shooting at Annunciation Catholic School and Church in Minneapolis. On the morning of August 27th, what should have been a peaceful first week of school with the Mass, two precious children were taken, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. We dedicate this show to the memories of the fallen. Their names remind us of the light that was taken too soon. We also remember all those who were injured, children, congregants. Their recovery continues, and they will have deep physical and emotional scars for years to come. We hold in our hearts the families left behind with unendurable, imaginable grief. Today's episode is in humble tribute of those fallen and all affected, but we will uphold the resilience and compassion of the Annunciation community. As David Ortiz once said, in the wake of another violence, this is our fucking city. In Minneapolis, we will stand together, we will heal together, and we will never let hate define us. So, I wanted to do this just because of the impacts that were felt in this community, and of course, all of us, we're shaken by this, but we stand with that community. It's something that we can't ignore. It hit too close to home. But let's get on. I've got Darren of Skull Game 365. I got Matthew Lissateri, Mr. John Winkleman, and Southern Skull Eric Garecki. How are we?
Good considering. Yeah.
Jonathan, you're muted. All right, there we go. So, our 53-man roster has been announced. Max Brosmer, we all picked he would make it, and he made it. We also signed Carson Wentz. Why the hell did we do that?
Well,
I get the logic behind it.
I get the logic because fucking Howell was being who he was, and Ripken, I don't trust him at number 2.
Yeah, but so someone brought up something interesting. I was listening to some sports talk radio. When we traded Sam Howell, Lewis Cine got cut from the Eagles.
Super Bowl champion Lewis Cine.
Yeah, well, Cine is. I mean, honestly, Cine would be better than any of our safeties, other than. I mean, he's better than freaking our strong safeties our strong safety right now.
Theo Jackson?
Yeah.
I mean, he was better than freaking.
I couldn't even beat out Ward.
Yep, Theo Ward.
Yeah, Theo Ward's still on the team. Lewis Cine's a free agent.
That's the offensive side. Here is our defensive side of the ball. No major surprises there.
There's a major surprise there. I mean, I wanted Taki Tamani to make it over Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's weird how Takai didn't make it.
I think we all agree Gabe Murphy getting cut.
And Gabe Murphy is a big surprise right there that he actually made it through waivers.
Right.
And then here is our
the thing with waivers, the thing you got to remember with waivers is if a team claims somebody we cut off the final cuts on waivers, they have to go to the 53.
That's true, but we had 2 players picked off it. We had 2 players that were actually picked off it, dude.
Yeah, but that means they have to go to active rosters.
And they
Which
did.
Who got picked off?
I forget the names, but we had 2 players that actually were picked off.
Well, the 3 I wanted back came back. So Vaughn's back, Murphy's back, And
all the players that I wanted back are
Tamani.
back. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Taki,
But there's a weird name that went to Tennessee.
Are you talking about?
I mean, Tennessee and the Jets are freaking nemesis on picking off our players.
Yeah. So, Winkman and I were talking about this before broadcast. We have 7 undrafted free agents that made the team: Brosmer, Chambliss, Huber, Keys, Price, Urasek, and Williams.
Yeah, Price wasn't a this year free agent, I don't think. I thought he was last year, wasn't he?
No, he was this year.
Was this year? Okay.
I mean, I don't know, but I think this is like almost like an NFL record.
I would imagine.
Probably is, but I mean, I hate to be the negative side of it, but what does that say about the draft, our drafting policy, or our drafting success?
Our drafting success sucks, dude. I mean, look at his first 2 years. How many players are on our roster right now from our GM's first 2 years?
Not that many.
I think one or two.
Or 3.
No.
Yeah, there's only 2, Chandler and
Naylor.
There's more.
No.
Ward.
I think
Ward's there. I mean,
from his first.
I honestly haven't done the count, but there's more than 2.
Yeah. I think our roster this year, we've had some. Quasey's done an incredible job turning this roster over, making it his own.
But at the same time, we have a lot of undrafted free agents that he has identified,
Mm-hmm.
and he has drafted, and he has brought in. So he's horrible at the draft, but he's great at undrafted.
I think the weird thing is like him as a GM, his job is making trades and finding value in the draft. He's not a scout. We have scouts for a reason. What's weird to me is like obviously if McCarthy ends up being above average, if he's a top 10 quarterback and Dallas Turner turns into a good pass rusher, everyone is all of a sudden talking about how Kwesi nailed these picks. We have 2 of the most important positions locked down. How can we whiff so badly overall in the draft itself, but then find all of these like talented people in undrafted free agency? Like, what are we seeing in these later picks or not picks at all that we're not seeing in draftable players? I don't understand that. Maybe he's just swinging and missing on the wrong players because we did give up so much for Dallas Turner. I still think we all agree Kyrie Jackson would have been a starting corner. He was looking really good and had the size and mentality. So that sucks. Obviously, it's going to be done there, but I don't know.
That's my one thing. Like, did we actually extend our GM yet?
I think
we did. It was like a 2 or 3 year extension or something like that.
We did.
But what is everyone's complaint about us going?
I actually like what he's doing.
Yeah,
but his draft needs to be a lot better than it is.
Well, like the complaints about us spending all this money in free agency and building a team through free agency is like, well, while that's great in the short term, it's not a long-term solution. We need depth. We need young players. We need cheap contracts. And then he gets shits on for the draft. But then we have 7 undrafted players that are good enough to make an active 53-man roster. And it's not like we're just that bad. Like we all sit here on a weekly basis and say like, hey, this guy looks sneaky really good or could be really good in a year or 2. So we're getting that young, cheap depth, just not through rounds 1 through 7. It's just after the draft. But either way, they're getting here. So he's still building a team for the now, and it looks like we have a lot of young talent for the future.
Yeah. We are getting younger.
I like that now we can sit in August and say that we got 11 draft picks.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's assuming we don't dump somebody at the deadline.
Picks, but how many late round draft picks, dude?
Draft day and
doesn't matter to me.
We have 2/3 and 2/5. We have what, 4 or 5 picks in the top 100.
Yeah,
All right, so
I think they said 4.
So
4 picks in the
here's
top
what we
100.
have. Yeah, we have a first rounder.
I think that's
Second
what
round. Oh shit. Wrong thing. All right. First rounder, second rounder. We have 2 third rounders. One of them is a projected compensation pick for Sam Darnold. A 4th round pick, that's a projected comp pick for Daniel Jones. 2 5th round picks, one of them being a comp pick for Cam Robinson. A 6th round pick, 3 7th round picks.
Hey, those are just freebies on the undrafted free agent market.
Money.
But
That's what I'm smelling. Money.
11 picks.
Or you bundle the 3 7ths and turn it into a 3rd, 5th round pick.
I've got a strong feeling we're going to make a move for the draft. I'm sorry to bring up the draft, but I have that feeling we are going to do something with the draft.
I kind of have a feeling we're going to do something more than the draft. I think we're going to bundle them up and get a player.
That'd be nice.
Picks.
Dexter Lawrence, please.
No.
Greg Newsome, please. Greg
Newsome, I'll take it.
Greg Newsome, please.
I would actually like Greg Newsome here. We need a true young defensive cornerback. Our cornerback room is a little bit light, if you mind me saying.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of discussing this before the show started, but the Vikings cap situation this year, next year, I think we have $16 million as it sits right now, and then next year we have negative $56 million. So after that, it gets better. I think 2027 we have like $47 million, and then obviously after that, who knows with the increase in revenue and what the cap's going to be in 3 or 4 years. But so we don't really have the money to trade for somebody like that because they're going to want money, obviously, unless we do like void years and just super backloaded so that way their major cap hits aren't until 2027, 2028. So I don't see us trading for a big.
We can recontract some people here.
We could, but it would take a lot of restructuring, and it would really handicap us still for next year and signing our own.
Honestly, like we need to renegotiate some of these contracts already. So
not only that, but he's going to be on the books for the Browns this year, so it's up to them if they let him test free agency.
But if he does test free agency, we can trade for him and renegotiate his contract to where
he's going to be a free agent.
We can trade him and sign him to a new deal and negotiate his contract to where it doesn't cost us that much next season.
Or we do a Darnold thing where we sign him for 1 year, or a Daniel Jones thing. Sign him for 1 year, let him walk in free agency, and if he has a good season, then we get a good top pick out of it.
But then what are you trading away for a 1 year rental because you're getting at most a 3rd round comp pick if he does walk? Suppose you could restrict them and try to put like a 2nd round tender on it, but that's going to cost us money.
Right,
exactly.
But we need something at number one.
But then
that is reliable.
You look too that we kept 5 safeties and 4 corners, so obviously they're comfortable with the cornerback.
So are we doing something different this season with 5 safeties? And
because we brought in Kevon.
Well, I think it has to do with Hitman's health condition or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to add to it.
At the same time, are we going to play a different type of defense than anybody ever seen?
No. It's Flores. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
But like, I even said yesterday with the Patriots cutting Jabril Peppers, like he had a really good season last year, and we can get him for super cheap because obviously he's older. He just got released. Like I don't think there's going to be a huge market for him. So I know we already have, like we said, 5 safeties. Make it 6. and just roll some of these safeties out as corners.
We already have 6 because we just signed Wallace.
That's practice squad.
He's gone for Jabril Peppers.
We have more than 6 on because I believe we did have 2 on the practice squad before.
Yeah, I thought Wallace went to the practice squad.
Yeah, he was signed to practice squad.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, you bring in Peppers, and he could be an instant impact guy. So then we have Metellus who can play corner. He's obviously done it before. And then just have Theo, Peppers, and Harry in the back.
I think he did.
Yeah, I mean, Ward has also played corner. I
Right.
mean,
So there you go.
Honestly, there's no negating the fact that we love having safety help.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that we could probably give him $6 million for the year, roll with it, see how it works. He seems like a Flores type player.
I'm afraid because we only have one player that can play nickel or slot corner, whatever you want to call it. We just traded away our backup on that because I'm not going to play Okuda or Isaiah Rogers at nickel corner, slot corner, whatever you want to call it.
Nudie can step up.
Nudie is how
McLovin?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Oh, come on.
I understand what you're saying, but Nudie is how tall? Like this guy, I agree with you, but he doesn't play that position that good. Most of the players we have on corner are edge corners, end corners. I'm not trying to sound like a down someone putting us down, but
I think we all agree our corner room's not the greatest.
Yep.
Right.
But I mean, if you look across the division,
Kendall Fuller's still out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the free agent market for corner is not looking super hot right now, so it would have to involve a trade or if some more people get cut.
I mean, we can bring back Gilmore, but what Gilmore do for us against the Lions?
I would rather just stick with what we have. Shaq Griffin, maybe I'd bring him back, but Gilmore just did not impress me last season.
Right.
I'd bring in Shaq.
I'd bring in Shaq.
Yeah, I definitely would bring in Shaq. There are some things that we will need to work on, but one thing I did forget to cover is the captains have been announced. Definitely no surprises here. McCarthy, Jefferson, the Hitman, the Sombrero, DePaula, Metellus.
I feel
Bernard, and O'Neal.
I feel like an honorary captain should be Thielen.
Honestly,
yeah.
Oh yeah, and yes, Adam Thielen is coming back.
He needs to be a captain, man.
Don't sound so upset.
We need to get younger.
Sound upset about it.
Okay, so again, this narrative about we need to go young at receiver and not old. Jefferson's 26, Addison's 23, Felton's 22. We have youth at receiver.
We need a mentor.
We need someone that knew the system that could come in right away. And people want to talk about how Thielen's turning 35 or just turned 35. He missed 7 games last year and still led the Panthers in yards and touchdowns and averaged 3 yards of separation.
Yeah, but it's because the Panthers are absolute dog water.
That's fine. And we still have he's a wide receiver 3 here.
Yeah.
Shit,
And
I want
he'd be a wide
Tyreek Hill.
receiver 1 in Chicago or Green Bay.
He would be a wide receiver 2 in Green Bay. Chicago, they have a ton of receivers. That's a crazy comment.
Yeah, I want
Nah.
a Tyreek.
Nah, that's not a crazy comment because you
mean?
think about it, man.
They got DJ Moore, Odunze, and Burden. They're fine.
Okay, so 1 second. Let's talk about that. It's not crazy, dude. Because you think about it. Odunze, what did Odunze do last season? Not much.
Not much, but Caleb was a rookie and Odunze was a rookie. Yeah.
And Burden is a rookie this season. And
For sure.
Burden
Yeah.
fell. Burden fell to the second round, dude. He's a solid slot. You don't know what he's got.
Odunze looks really good in practice and joined training camp. So like he looks like he's gonna pop off this year.
And Burden's look really good in preseason.
Okay, so Winkleman, to answer your question, Odunze only had 734 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay, so how many Pro Bowls?
It was his first year.
Yeah,
first year, dude.
Yeah, I don't care how many Pro Bowls.
Oh my god!
I guess Dallas Turner's a bum because he didn't get a Pro Bowl in his first year.
Yep.
Yeah, but either way, even still, they have DJ Moore. Thiel's not beating out DJ Moore as wide receiver 1.
I would say he's a wide receiver 1, but then you got Thielen at 2.
Not over DJ Moore.
I would take Thielen over Odunze and Burden.
That's fine, but then he's still wide receiver 2, not wide receiver 1.
Yeah,
and he's going to be our wide receiver 2 without Addison. So,
and then he's going to be our wide receiver 3 after week 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited to have him back. And people again, sorry, go ahead.
Which is fine because you just put Addison in the slot and let him fucking tear up people through the slot.
Honestly. Yeah, and then we get Thielen's practice with McCarthy the last 2 summers.
Thielen actually had a pop-up season this season.
He very well. I expected him to have like 700 yards, 5-6 touchdowns.
No, I'm talking about 1,000+ yards.
I'm going to be drafting Addison tomorrow, so I don't want that to happen because that means Addison's not getting 1,000 yards.
Breaking news. Thielen has agreed to take a pay cut that cut his base salary by $2 million and has removed $4 million in potential incentives. So already the cost cutting has started.
Yeah, when I looked at over the cap, he was at 8.7 this morning.
Okay.
So he's
that's the one thing I actually said about him. Like, how much is he going to cost us?
And then Jordan Mason's only getting 10.5. Harrison Smith 10.5.
We're still away. We're paying too much for a lot of these players that are old.
That's He's good with the numbers.
Well, Harrison Smith's going to retire after this year, so that's not going to cost us anything next year. We're obviously going to have to restructure O'Neal. I'm still on the boat that Hawkinson either takes a massive pay restructure and a pay cut, or we just straight up trade him after this season. Grenard's going to have to restructure his contract, but with these amounts that people are getting, like again with Parsons getting 47, TJ Watt getting like 44, we're only paying 20 for him right now, 22. So hopefully that doesn't bite us in the ass and cost us more. Hopefully he takes less than Santos. We're going to trade him. So we're going to lose some fan favorites.
Grenard, he only signed a 2-year deal, dude.
4-year deal. He's under contract through 2028.
No, that was actually Van Ginkel that signed the 4-year deal.
Van Ginkel was a 1-year contract with a 1-year extension for a total of 2 years. Grenard signed a 4-year deal. Chesterton can look it up.
Yes.
I thought it was the other way.
Van Ginkel, he signed it through 20. In 2027, he's a free agent, but he has 4 void years.
Yeah, and Grenard signs through 2028. I think his cap hit is 22.3 every year until his final year.
Yeah. So as of right now, we have $16 million in cap space. So
Yeah.
we're going to be in pretty good shape just because I have a feeling the cap is going to be increased quite a bit. I'm maybe guessing around 350 to $350 million. That would put us um, right at the mark plus whatever our carryover is.
Yeah.
Or you
Which
No,
one?
I was
or
just
you just
thinking
carry
it was
over
the other way. I thought it was we had
carry over.
Grenard for 2 years and we had Van Ginkel for 4.
No.
Yeah, no, Gennard's initial contract was a 4-year deal.
So if the cap stays the same and we carry over the 16, we'd only be 37 million over the cap. It really means restructuring a couple players.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But
we've been
at the
talking about
same
the O'Neill
time,
restructure.
we actually re-signed Grenard, so I'm not Van Ginkel. Sorry,
Yeah,
so
we
I'm
gave
not
Van
that
Ginkel a
mad.
1-year extension. And again, we drafted Dallas Turner. We're sitting here talking about all these undrafted free agents that are popping off. So, I mean, it's not like we can't draft a defensive end or an outside linebacker next year in the first round. So I'm not saying like we're doomed,
Right.
but these players are top 10 in sacks. They are performing really well, and they are on
I
deals
want a
that are either.
cornerback next year, number 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's we'll see. I mean, if our defensive line is absolutely fucking yoked right now, so maybe it'll have that 2015 effect where our corners will look like all pros because their defense is going to just give them like 3 seconds to have to cover, and that's it.
but I'm gonna be real with you. Like our defensive line, I'm against the run. It scares me.
What do you mean?
We were number 2 against the run last year, and that wasn't because of Harrison Phillips.
No, we don't have a nose tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Phillips wasn't really a nose tackle.
That's true, but who's our nose tackle right now on the 53?
Probably going to be Ingram. No, he's a defensive end.
Levi.
LDR, yeah, he's a little small for a nose tackle too. But again, we were number 2 against the run last year, and I don't think we really got worse.
So a buddy of mine asked me a question earlier this week. And he watches the show, so shout out to you, Klutzy, if you're watching right now. He asked, and this was in tandem with the Rondale Moore situation. Are we going to bring him back since he is a free agent, or is he just career ended?
He's done.
He's done.
Yeah,
There's no need to, because even if he comes
we
back
brought
healthy,
him in
it's
one
still
season to see if he can play, and he got injured.
back to back. Yeah, back to back seasons. He's going to take forever to recover. It's not worth. No,
It's kind of like the Davenport situation, dude.
That's all right. We're gonna be drafting his replacement anyway. I got Evan Stewart in the Viking uniform.
Yeah.
Well, we don't
again,
even
Ty
need
Felton
that.
just
We
develops.
have that already, dude.
I need more for the future, man.
Yeah,
I need to have this division in a vice.
I'm more focused, or not more focused, but we need to focus on as well who's going to take over after Aaron Jones. I get we have Jordan Mason, but that was only a 2-year deal, and we're going to want a 1-2 punch combo there. So we need to obviously focus on the next running back as well.
Yep.
Which that's more of a free agent thing. Like we can get a running back, but
well, honestly, we could have taken care of that issue with going after Martinez when Seattle dropped him.
yeah, I mean, and we have Xavier Scott, preseason champ. So I mean, maybe he'll develop into a nice little secondary option. But
Or we end up drafting the Gophers running back.
Daniel Thomas was no.
There's one guy I'm looking at now on PFF's big board. Maybe we need to take a look at. His name is Jeremiah Love.
No, I don't want to love on this team.
I don't want to love this team either.
I don't want it.
Yeah, especially a J Love.
Yeah, no, that's
That's the one kicker. Jeremiah. Oh, Jordan Love. No.
Right.
I want to make a bold statement, but please do not kill me. If somehow we don't, we just completely hit the shit and just not even do good, like not even get 5 wins, then I say we take a look at Arch Manning.
No.
No.
You
No.
don't want
I
Arch?
can see it. I can see it. Archie Manning.
Arch couldn't beat up Quinn Ewers last year, and I only watched the first 45 minutes of the game this morning, but he wasn't looking super impressive. I get it's Ohio State. I get it's Mike Patricia. And it's a good defense. But he's absolutely not worth a top 5 pick. He's not going to look like he's going to be worth a top 5 pick. It's literally just because his name is Manning.
Dude.
It's literally great. Eli Manning was a freaking borderline top 15, top 10 quarterback. I guess if that's what you want as your ceiling, he can maybe be carried by a defense, hopefully.
Okay, so what if we get a Peyton Manning out of him?
If Arch Manning looks like Peyton Manning by the end of the season, go ahead and take it. But if we're a 5-win team, it's not going to be because of JJ McCarthy.
He's gonna look like Archie at the end.
I mean,
I don't watch a lot of.
Actually, a pretty decent quarterback. I mean, how many teams did he play for?
Talk about Archie.
Arch Manning.
Oh,
Archie?
Papa.
The original.
Yeah,
Manning.
Papa Arch. I have no idea. Couldn't care less.
Yeah, all I know is he was an ain't. So
he was a Saint.
What?
He was a freaking.
That's fucking dead.
He was a Viking too, by the way. As you sit here and talk about it,
That's
all I know is he was a Saint. So that's dead at the door.
he was a Viking too.
Let me take a look.
Didn't you say you wanted to trade for Olave?
Arch Manning.
Yep. Arch
He was
Manning
a Viking backup.
Yeah, a backup. Archie Manning isn't even a freaking Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Peyton carries that family name.
The only Manning that in that family that actually makes a difference to me is Peyton.
That's what I'm saying. He carries that family name. It'd be like if we had taken Shedeur Sanders to the top 5 overall because he's a Sanders. And then we have what he currently is. And it's like, oh, God, we wasted a top 5 overall pick on this guy.
And Shedeur Sanders made the Browns roster.
Or
barely. He's
QB3 the roster, right?
Or better than
he's an NFL player.
I got one better for you. Or we ended up taking Shiloh.
We need another safety.
Shiloh's a free agent, so we can get him.
We can get Shiloh.
Yeah. We can get Shedeur. He's QB3 in Cleveland.
Hey, look, we could get Shiloh. He'll be on the practice squad.
If we call Cleveland right now and said, we'll give you our 3rd round comp pick for Shedeur, they'd say, thank you.
Of course, because Shedeur, honestly, Shedeur is just like her cousin, dude.
To be honest, I'd rather have Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur.
All right, let's take a look. I'm going to do a trade calculator, see what we can get.
No, Chris, KOC would humble him.
All right, Shedeur Sanders. What pick did you say? A 3rd round pick?
3rd round pick. Hell, it could even be our initial pick. So pick 30.
4. I think we can get him for a 4.
Not even that. You just give them a fucking fifth, and they'll just be like, "Oh, sweet."
Just call it even Stevens like it never happened.
Just give them a fucking barely empty bag of chips and a fifth.
You know what? We'll even throw the 2026.
Give him one. Give him one.
If we give them any pick, they win the trade.
You're
I'll
serious?
show my
They
screen
wouldn't
so you
trade?
guys can see this. This shit's fucking hilarious.
What about 2 years? A 7th rounder in 2 years.
2026 and 2027.
The trade.
There you go. Now we got our QB3. Grosvenor QB2, Shedeur QB3. Well, even then, if JJ McCarthy sucks, Grosvenor's going to be the QB of the future. That guy has an absolute cannon.
That and he goes through all of his reads, and I mean, it's like watching art.
Again, that final preseason game, if Jefferson or Addison are on that field, they're catching those passes, and it's a completely different story.
Bro, the only issue I see with McCarthy is his mechanics.
I mean, they're not perfect, but he's also 22. He's the youngest starting quarterback in the NFL, and they're definitely a lot better than what they looked like last year. I think that's something that'll just come with experience and age.
Okay, so it's gotten better this preseason, what I've been seeing with his mechanics.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people think it's his knee, it's his hips.
How he just kind of flings them when he...
No, dude, if you watch his hips and you watch his knees.
Yeah.
Like, if you're watching his knees, it looks a lot more worse. But when you throw a ball, you want to point your hips to where you're throwing it.
Yeah.
Last preseason, he would his hips were towards the sideline as he was, and this is where you hear quarterback, where you hear people saying back shoulder. He would aim his shoulders towards the person, but his hips would be aimed towards the sidelines or way off where he was throwing it. And that's where he's becoming inaccurate.
Well, if him being inaccurate before, averaging like 72% completion percentage is bad for him, I would love to see improvement on that.
Like I said, this preseason, he's become a lot better at that.
But I'm saying, like, even in college, he was averaging like a 72% completion percentage. Like, he was one of the most efficient quarterbacks in college football. And like I like to bring up the stat on 3rd and 8+ because everyone says, well, he was a handoff merchant or whatever. He just did like these short yardage throws, but he did throw.
Well, dude, if you watch any of his games, like this guy actually, when he had to throw the ball, he actually threw it good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like if
go ahead, Matt. I'll let you finish.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, if I had to point out a concern, which, again, it's something that he's shown a lot of improvement on this offseason, is the touch on his throws. Like, my biggest knock on Kirk his final year here was he just, for some reason, made every pass a fucking hardball. And it's a 10-yard pass, and he would just laser it and bounce off our receiver's hands. It's like, okay, you didn't just throw it that hard. McCarthy obviously has a very strong arm, and that was his big knock, was like, well, he's just kind of lasering every throw. But he's shown a lot of nice touch on his throws this offseason.
Yeah. So I have some college football updates. At the half of the Texas-Ohio State, it is 7-0 Ohio State.
What does Arch have?
Huh?
What, 70 yards? 70 yards? Maybe a pick?
Let's take a look. 5 for 10 for 26 yards.
Woo! Sorry. I'm going to be his biggest hater this season.
Syracuse is getting their shit pushed in by Tennessee 24-7.
I've seen that.
Oof.
FAU's getting their shit pushed in by Maryland 26-7.
Terrapin.
Pitt is
Turtle
demolishing Duquesne.
You said who's?
Pitt is destroying Duquesne with 34-6.
Damn.
What the hell is a Duquesne?
Duquesne Dukes. Duquesne. Toledo and Kentucky is 7-2 Kentucky.
So,
What are we
guys,
playing,
I got a
baseball?
question for you. This is non-Vikings. Thoughts on Parsons to the Packers? Did they way overpay?
I'll save my take for last.
Micah Parsons, Jim Parsons, Bill Parcells. I don't give a shit. The Vikings are going to win.
I kind of think it's the Herschel Walker trade, dude.
No, Parsons will actually perform for Green Bay. Herschel Walker never performed for Minnesota. But Darren, you go. Again, I'm going to save my take for last.
I'm gonna say. I mean, props to the Packers. Now the Bears got the weakest edge in the North. You can say that Montez Sweat is at the bottom of that list. Just goes to show Jerry Jones needs to stop fucking pretending that he's GM.
Right.
Now we all have a problem, which is Micah Parsons. So great.
But they're.
Thank you.
I kind of think their D line is weakened.
Who?
The Packers D line is way
Because they lost Kenny Clark.
No, I think it's way weakened.
That's all they lost.
Yeah, they lost Kenny Clark, but at the same time, you added another pass rusher outside of Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark was a defensive tackle.
Yeah, but they don't have a nose tackle and they don't have a pass rusher that I fear.
They have Rashawn Gary.
Yeah, they have Rashawn Gary on the other side.
And how long is Parsons going to stay healthy? How long is Gary going to stay healthy?
Well, you can say that about any player. That's not really
Yeah.
Like, how long is Jefferson going to stay healthy? How long is McCarthy going to stay healthy?
True.
How long is Addison's ankle going to be healthy?
How long is he going to stay away from getting a DUI?
How long is he going to be awake till he falls asleep at the end of the day?
Right. But like my take on Parsons, I'll start with the pro Green Bay side. It didn't take a lot to get him. It took 2 firsts and Kenny Clark, and Kenny Clark had his worst season as a Packer last year, so that's not a huge loss. He always gave us fits, but it's, again, if you're saying like, hey, you got to get rid of Kenny Clark, but you're getting Micah Parsons, you don't think twice. Those 2 first-round picks, Green Bay hasn't really done shit with their first-round picks the last 3 years anyway. Like, Lucas Van Ness was a major bust. Their first-round pick last year, not great. I guess we'll see about Golden this year, but still, like, they're not really hurting on those first-round picks. The downs are, and it's Micah Parsons. He's really good. His run defense kind of sucks, but he's obviously an elite pass rusher, and it's going to give us fits. Thank God we fixed our O-line and have one of the best left tackles in the league and a really, really good right tackle as well. We have to go against Hutchinson, and it's just going to be having to do that 2 more games a year. Like, it's something that we haven't seen before. The knocks for Green Bay, $47 million a year for a non-quarterback when you're paying your quarterback $55 million. It's $120 million guaranteed, so you're having to pay a good chunk of money for him. All of your receivers outside of Golden are coming into their 3rd and 4th years in the league. Their tight ends are coming into their 3rd and 4th years, or 2nd and 3rd years. So all of these players, they're not first-rounders, so you're not getting 50-year options. They're all going to be coming up on contracts. So you either have to completely replace your entire receiver core outside of Golden because you can't afford to pay any of them, or you're going to have to give up on good players to pay people like Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs just so you have somebody to throw the ball to. So that's going to suck. It really gives them a 2-year window with a defense that was, I think, already top. Huh?
That's my point.
Well, yeah, I mean, but they have a great team for that 2 year window. Like that's about as much as you can ask for. But yeah, after that 2 year window, they're going to have a lot of roster changes that are going to have to be done, and it could hurt them. So they're really swinging for it. But they're not getting 5 picks like Herschel Walker did. And
But
Parsons will perform for those 2 years.
at
also-
the
and also
same
you gotta-
time, guys, at the same time, you got to look at it, right? Like, this is what Packer fans are saying. Love isn't that good.
He's a top 10, top 13 guy with an elite defense and good offense. That's good enough.
And
Yeah.
you don't know what Golden is.
They're going to be
Honest-
very Josh Jacobs heavy again. Gotta hope he stays healthy.
You
Yeah.
honestly, like, could Golden be a Williamson with us?
That would be amazing. He doesn't look like it, though.
So, yeah, I honestly think maybe Green Bay has lost this in the long term.
I think
Because
I
it's
think
all-
this hurts.
it
I
is
think
all about-
this hurts. I think this hurts Dallas because Green Bay goes to the playoffs. So those 2 first-round picks are going to be later in the first round.
What if Dallas wins this trade?
I mean, the last time Dallas drafted somebody on fucking.
I'm just saying, dude. What if Clark?
2023
What if
with
Clark
Mozzie
becomes?
Smith. And what's Mozzie Smith been doing? That's why they went out and got Kenny Clark.
What if Clark becomes superior, and all of a sudden Dallas wins, and Green Bay falls back to the last place team in the North?
Green Bay's going to
that's
regress
gonna
after getting the best edge rusher in the NFL.
I think Dallas is going to continue to regress because Jerry Jones don't know how to manage the money.
1 second. Let's just play Vikings fans here, guys.
Matt, you go ahead and finish what you were going to say.
And Green Bay loses this trade. Like, honestly, I can see Green Bay being last place even with this Micah Parsons trade.
I don't think they'll be. I don't think they'll win the division. I think to say that they'll regress is crazy to me. Chicago, yeah, they got Loveland, they got Bolden, but it's still.
I mean, it honestly,
I don't believe
like,
Caleb
we're sitting here saying, like, this division is a hard division to predict.
Yeah, but I mean, the biggest knock on Love was that he hasn't had the greatest receivers to throw to, and Golden has looked really good. So if Golden lives up to being a first-round pick, that's going to solve most of Love's issues. They still have a top 5 running back. They're going to have an elite defense. They have really good coaching. To say that they're going to regress and finish last in the division just isn't realistic. Like, Chicago's not. They were a 5-win team last year, and Caleb Williams is still Caleb Williams. Like, I don't. They're going to have a whole new system to have to
control Caleb Williams, man. But he was a number 1 pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, and so was Bryce Young. So was, like, how many first overall picks have turned out to be trash?
Okay, so how many number 1 picks have turned out to be good?
Not as many. There are far more number 1 overall busts at quarterback than there are number 1 overall elites.
Right.
Yeah, but when they were promised to be like him, like, let me point out John Elway. Or
Okay.
Elway. Peyton Manning.
Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah, he's turning out to be a bust. Bryce Young, I wouldn't put
Bryce
it
Young, you don't know what Bryce Young is yet.
Yeah,
But it's been 2 years. He's not shown that he's the number 1 overall pick.
Oh,
Well,
so I can sit there and say, you can look at the guy in Indianapolis, right?
Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson?
Richardson.
Richardson.
He was what, the 4th overall?
Like, there's a lot of people you can sit there and point and to finger at and say, well, they were bust. Well, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the coaching scheme, dude.
Yeah,
You
and
look
Ben
at the
Johnson has
coaching
been
scheme
overwhelmingly negative against Caleb Williams. And we saw in the preseason game, like, yeah, he'll have a good drive, but then he finds unnecessary pressure. It doesn't get to him, he finds it. He has a clean pocket for 5 seconds and runs into a defender. The dude has zero spatial awareness. He doesn't have that spidey sense that he's about to get hit. He's not a cerebral quarterback, and I will die on that hill. Caleb Williams, his stats in college against top defenses were very, very, very mediocre. He beat up against non-conference teams and like just kind of trash teams. He's not going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's going to be another Justin Fields in 2 years.
Bryce Young, I would not put it mostly upon him. I would put that mostly upon the ownership who is refusing to invest in players.
For sure. But isn't that kind of the thing with number 1 overall picks is you're supposed to be good enough to elevate even like kind of whatever teams?
Well, if you look at it, I mean, David Tepper, the owner of the Panthers, he defaulted on their new practice facility, and it's already torn down on a new practice facility. For Christ's sake, if you can't, get appropriate facilities for your team, how are you expecting to succeed in this league?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hearing from a lot of other from Panthers fans is that they're refusing to go to games just because they're boycotting ownership.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Washington, dude. Remember when they had Snyder as their owner?
Well, Snyder had more issues than just that. There was off the field issues. That's a whole different game.
He was hanging out with Addison? No, that's no more Addison jokes. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like when I think of number 1 overall quarterback
because of him,
Addison got hurt because of him.
Bro, I'm talking about Snyder in the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear the name you said he got hurt because you're talking about RG3.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's a lot of players that got hurt because of Snyder in the Washington Redskins when he owned them.
Yeah.
So the cheapest ticket for the Panthers home opener is $65.
Who they playing?
Atlanta, and it's a divisional game.
Saints?
No, Atlanta.
Oh, you said it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's $65. Not a bad. That's not bad.
Right.
Well, Philly. Well, if you look at stadiums altogether, Philly's the worst stadium in Chicago. Are the worst stadiums to actually go to.
Why is that?
I mean Philly, yeah, but Chicago, I don't know about Chicago.
I like the Philly sports complex.
They're already the Philadelphia Eagles ownership has apparently, I had this leaked a few months ago. They are starting to plan for a new stadium. Why?
Because their stadium sucks.
Actually, no, it doesn't. It's not that bad. Well, yes, the location sucks because it butts right up against Interstate 95, but they've already sent letters to season ticket holders about what they would like to see, and I have a feeling what's going to happen in Philadelphia. It's going to be the cookie cutter 2.0 next gen shit.
Rob, have you ever been to the Philadelphia Eagles stadium?
I've been to games in Philadelphia.
Okay, so you like sitting at stadium seats?
I mean, stadium seats, their seats are fine.
I mean, they could do better with like a dome.
Yeah, that's what I think it's going to happen. Is a cookie cutter next gen shit.
All these northern teams outside of Buffalo are switching to domes because you have to. If you want to have an excuse to build a $2 billion stadium, it has to be enclosed and year-round use. You
Yeah.
can't excuse 10 games a year and maybe a couple summer concerts for a $2 billion plus stadium these days, especially if you want to host Super Bowls.
Super Bowl,
WrestleMania's Final Floors.
Right.
Events.
Yeah. With the remaining time we have, I do have some plugs to take care of. So this year, if you've been to a Vikings tailgate in the past, you know that Sir Death at the VWO, one of my good friends, we lost our spot at the corner bar. We have found a new spot, and if y'all, I can do the grand reveal.
Let's see it. Well, that's
There we
sick.
go.
That's
So
fucking
this
sick.
area is roped off, right? Kind of near the trailer. All the asphalt is parking, and then right in where the mosh pit is, that's where the actual stuff will be. And he has decided to partner up with Skull Marketing and Experience Tailgates to bring you the event, the year of a lifetime. I am actually talking to the people who run it because yours truly is cooking all the tailgates this year.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm talking to them to make sure that we are cooking on the 25th, the Christmas game and the Week 18 game. But that for sure, those two games I have not received. I think we're going to tailgate. Maybe not the Christmas one, but for sure the Week 18. But tickets are on sale now. I will drop the links every week. Atlanta game VIP parking is sold out. That's $80. But for $60, you are going to be getting a wristband, and that includes the food, the drinks, and everything. This year, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a brand new location. We're going to have making memories. Kids are still only $10.
Heck yeah.
And Sir Death made it a point. Are we nervous about JJ and Wentz?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
You mean former almost MVP Carson Wentz? Plus, Carson Wentz's last full season was 2021 in Indy, and he actually had a really respectable season. So,
Chicago, one of the smallest. Yes, I will agree with it. I think it's time. Chicago is going to get that new stadium. When?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who this is, but Winkleman, they took a
John
shot
Dorn. John Dorn.
It's Saturday at 1:00 in the afternoon. Who's not drunk? Oh, well, I speak for myself.
Because I'm going to a Padres game tonight. Let's go Padres.
Night. Oh, boo. But actually, no, I don't like the pullout. So, yeah, go Dads.
I just made you ride the roller coaster of emotion all in one second.
Down with the pullouts. Go San Diego Dads.
Yeah, especially since we have Nick Pavetta on the mound tonight. He's 13-4.
Jeez.
But our roster is set. Our practice squad is set. And this year, we are going to have one hell of a season. So, until next week, when we have our season preview special, Skull!
Skull!
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down.